Welcome everybody, I'm RJ of the Nerdy Brew. Here on this channel we talk TV, movies, and everything in between, all while drinking a cup of coffee. Now if you like one of those things, or all of those things, why don't you consider like, subscribing, and hit that notification bell, and becoming a fellow Brewster. So today, fellow Brewsters, this is a reaction to Lawman Bass Reeves. First of all, this is definitely going to be for content, just to have something up on the channel. But not moving forward for the channel or anything, I'm just going to start this reaction, and then we'll talk about Yellowstone and all that after the reaction. Let's get to it. Yo, President Snow has been old my entire life. Donald Sutherland? Kiefer Sutherland? Donald Sutherland, yeah.
You lawman or an outlaw?
Bit of both, I reckon. I need a man with a good gun and a straight spine.
Yo, do you know how successful Bass Reeves was? I think he's one of the most successful U.S. marshals.
Around these parts, we might be men. They're just killers. All thieves. I took an oath to take care of a woman. I ain't about to quit this. You find a home for yourself.
Is that Barry Pepper?
What would you do to hold on to it?
Barry Pepper, one of those side actors, anytime he comes up, he elevates the scene.
You got 2 shells in that bird killer.
Then I'll just shoot you twice. Just to be safe.
Girl, I get to do what you do.
I can't take all of you, I'll take one of you.
You ain't afraid of much. But the real power lies beneath the bag. Ready to ride? I thought you never asked.
It's true.
I'm warning you. Your wicked days are done.
Yeah, man. First of all, that looks amazing. Secondly, there is Tyler Sheridan. So my man Tyler Sheridan created Yellowstone, and I'm a fan of the entire Yellowstone universe. So I watched 1883 and I watched 1923. The thing about I think the story for 1923 is more structured and more concise compared to 1883. 1883 was a beautiful show. I think Sam Elliott in that show was my favorite character within that show. Not my favorite character, but Sam Elliott had the best story of a character within that show. But we saw Tim McGraw. He was we saw his flashback in the main series of Yellowstone, and then they continued that out, and then we saw how in 1883 how the Dutton family got onto that land. And then, the sequel series is with Harrison Ford, and I think Harrison Ford is his son, nephew, or brother. He's part of the male line of the Duttons that have that. And then Timothy Dalton is also in that show, and he plays this industrious moving forward businessman. And you know what? That kind of is the theme within the shows. But the shows, man, are really good. My mom, she's watching it for the first time. Yellowstone. She watched 1883 and 1923, so she's watching regular Yellowstone now while it's premiering on CBS on Sundays. And no, they're not promoting it. I'm just letting you know that's where you can watch it at. But it's also, all of it is on Peacock. But for me, I think season 5 was a dip in quality in the show. Tyler Sheridan, he got so many projects that he's working on. And as of right now, it's not known that he got a writer's room. He's the one who's writing out all of these things. And so I feel season 5 dipped in quality. But he's got spin-offs that are supposed to go off in Texas. He got the ranch, and I guess Matthew McConaughey is supposed to be involved in that one. But when it comes to Bass Reeves, right, there was also Isaiah Washington was reportedly making a movie playing Bass Reeves, or I don't know if it got made or how that worked out, but I know that he was attached to a Bass Reeves project. But for me, I had to learn Bass Reeves outside of school from my own learning about like history. Like that's how I had to learn about him as a figure. I never learned him in my own, like even through college. I never learned about Bass Reeves. Like there was a lot of like other things about history that was very Eurocentric. And even though that he's a Western, character or a Western individual here in America, his impact, I feel like it needs to be discussed further. So I'm definitely excited that he gets his story to be told. David Oyelowo is an amazing actor. I remember the first time I saw him, he was in the movie Red Tails. And in Red Tails, I didn't like his character. And I feel like because I didn't like his character, he bodied the role. In Selma, like he's a good actor, and I did enjoy him in the show called Silo. He's only in there for a little bit of time, but he bodied that role too. So I'm excited to see his performance. I like Dennis Quaid, always have. I like that he's got the everyman kind of personality, and also his son is in The Boys. If you ain't know that, but yeah, I like Dennis Quaid. And Tyler Sheridan from all of everything from his Sheridan universe. Even what's that show? Jeremy Renner, Mayor of Kingstown. I recommend that show. It was my top 10 shows that premiered in 2022. Go check that video out. But yeah, all of that, I definitely am excited for this. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about Tyler Sheridan, the Yellowstone universe, the reaction that we just had. So I'm gonna bring this video to an end, and I want you to be you, do you, see the bigger picture. Have a fantastic day. You deserve it. This is that channel. Peace.